Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your main man, the real, still the real Anthony D. And your main man, Jersey's finest, the hood representative, Uncle Freezie. Yo, yo, yo. Party people in the place to be. What's good? It's number one chief rocker and Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. I'm joined by the man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser, Anthony D. Brooklyn is in the building. Brooklyn, stand up. What's good, sir?
Absolutely. Brooklyn and Queens. Queens get the money.
Queens get the money.
I can never leave out the other half of me.
Shout out to Inwood. Shout out Inwood, USA. Absolutely. And also shout out my second home, my second home, Bronx River, Bronx, New York, my second home. Shout out to my people, all my people in the Bronx, man. I love y'all with all my heart, man. Bronx, New York. Shout out to my other place. Come on, bro, don't do that to us.
It's a tri-state thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And also shout out to my cousins and them out there in CI, FLY, and the SKY, Central Islip, out there on the island, Brentwood. all my cousins out there that owe me money. Oh yeah, I was just about to call them a word just now. Oh yeah, that owe me money.
Yo, I will give you a story real quick about Central Islip, right? So I'm a big fan of that. I used to be the original Man versus Food.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever watched that. This dude that goes around different restaurants and
right.
So he went to this place that was in New York. I'm such a big fan of the show, so I'm like, yo. Told me and my lady at the time, yo, let's go. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna find it. We're gonna go out there.
Shout out to all the ladies.
She was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, we watch the show all the time. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Freezie, we were driving, Freezie. It felt like it took 2 buses, a cab, a plane,
a train, a helicopter, a camel, a Sherpa,
and it's in Central Islip.
Yes.
Oh my God! I was like, yo, this place the food better be it.
It better be banging,
we
bro.
Get there, and it taught me another lesson about TV. Or my second lesson is that not everything you see on television is what it is in real life.
Not always what it is in real life.
Yeah. But shout out to Man versus Food. I still love that show.
And shout out to Central Islip too, man. It ain't you know what I'm saying? Central Islip got a lot of dope stuff, man. A lot of dope people, man. A lot of hustles. They always selling something. Bro, yo, I got this idea. Dog it, man.
You never hear, if you hear anything about New York, they're one of those places within, the state, especially downstate, that you never hear anybody say, I'm from Central Islip. Where? What is that? What is that? What is that? You never hear somebody would just say I'm from Long Island.
Yeah, they say they from the island. Yeah. I'm from Strong Island. Yeah, my cousins, I got cousins in them over there. And they hustle. I'm not saying like illegal stuff. I'm just saying they the dudes that have the car wash, be selling t-shirts at the car wash. They, be selling. They got the grill pulled up. They always hustling something. They always trying to get bread. So every time I got this idea. Yo, nah, man, don't do that. Don't act like that. Oh, Uncle Freezie, fix your face. Don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? That's dumb. Why you always be trying to play us? I'm like, yeah.
Fix your face, Uncle Freezie.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all like the Kev Middleton. What's the dog? What's the dog that be chasing the bird up and down the street? The dog that be chasing the little bird be like, meet me, and the little dog be trying to
Wile E. Coyote. You mean Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah, that's them. Wile E. Coyote. That's them, bro.
Oh my
That's
God!
them.
I'm so sorry for Wile E. Coyote. You can't let him catch him one time. Just once.
Just once, bro.
Yeah, just once in life.
Oh, yeah. Yo, 70 years. 70 years of chasing, bro.
Chasing this dude. Chasing this damn bird.
Years,
Can't catch him at least once. That was one of my favorites as a kid growing up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But my ultimate favorite cartoon is Tom and Jerry.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Tom and Jerry, yo. When Tom he took, I think it was the lampshade and the hammock. He took the hammock, he made a suit, took the lampshade and made a hat.
Yeah.
And rolled up to that cat.
Yep.
Female cat, and it was like, started singing, "Is you is or is you ain't my baby."
No.
That was
and
it.
not trying to take AD thing, but he was so cool with it. He leaned up on the thing and then rolled up a cigarette on his lip. Remember he rolled up?
Yes, rolled up a cigarette that burnt out in like half a second. Burnt out like half a second.
Yeah,
no doubt. No, Tom was my. Oh my God,
yeah,
no. That was my cartoon. You know, I had to watch that before heading out to school if it was in the right
every day, bro.
Yeah,
every day, and I can watch it.
That.
I can watch it every day, bro. And some of them I can watch because there are other cat cartoons, right? You know what I'm saying? You can watch Heathcliff, Garfield, all of them. Nah, they wasn't Tom and Jerry.
They wasn't Tom and Jerry.
Nah, they wasn't Tom and Jerry. Nah, man.
Tom and Jerry was something special. I love Tom and Jerry was just something special. You know, salute to those. I can't remember who was the creator for Tom and Jerry. I'm not. If it was Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera, yeah.
At one point in time, Hanna-Barbera was creating everything.
Everything, bro.
Yeah.
Was it Scooby-Doo? Scooby-Doo too?
I think they had Scooby-Doo too. Hanna-Barbera, because for some particular reason, we would watch to the end, and their name was like such an unusual name. Like, what the hell is Hanna-Barbera? I remember it's 40-something plus years later. Hanna-Barbera, like.
Two dudes. Yeah, two dudes.
Who
two
the hell?
Friends.
Who are them? But they were at the end of everything.
Yeah, man.
Back then, yeah. At least a lot of the good ones, I should say.
Oh, yeah, a lot of the good ones, bro. So I've been in street clothes this week, right? So shout out to the chat, man. I miss y'all, man. I've been in street clothes this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Little issue. Little old man stuff going on, right? And I've been hearing about all this stuff. Damian Lillard to the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Dame Lillard. I mean, Drew Holiday to Portland. He don't want to go. He want to stay in Milwaukee, right? And I've been seeing Knicks fans. It's like double Dutch. Knicks fans like, yo, will we get in? Will we get in? Knicks fans, I'm sorry. Let me be the bearer of unusual and cruel news. We don't fit in, right? Not in that scenario. We don't fit in anywhere. Now, where our place, Mr. AD, is this because we were in a historic place, right? And I'm glad we get a chance to talk about this on Old School Knicks, man, because we're in a historic place, right? And I told Mr. AD this at the beginning of the year. I was like, yo, this summer is gonna be like that year, 1996. Where the draft is going to be super deep and nobody's going to know at the time. All it's going to do is have one phenom at the top of the draft, right? But then when you look back on it, there'll be some people in this draft that be Hall of Famers. This was the point that I was getting at. Like this draft, I still believe that, right? I believe this draft is going to have at least 8 Hall of Famers in it. I just have that vibe. And I don't have that vibe for every draft because I think this draft coming up is going to be trash, right? But that draft that just passed, I think is 8 Hall of Famers in it. I think it's going to be double-digit all-stars in it, right? But here's the thing. just like in '96 when that was going on, we out here trying to AD. What's the point guard we picked up in '96 off the scrap heap? Somebody that will equate to Dante DiVincenzo. Did we get a 6'4" guard in '96?
I think we picked up that Chris Childs.
We got Chris Childs in '96?
I think so. That's Chris Childs. Yeah, that's like Chris Childs was like 96, 97, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Chris Childs.
Yeah, and we got
that's Chris Childs, Larry Johnson, Allen Houston.
That's the Allen Houston year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Childs is coming from the Nets.
Where he did absolutely nothing, but he got hot down the stretch of the '95 season. He just made he didn't get All-Star hot. He just got I belong in NBA hot.
He got like what's the name that we had a few years back that caused us to get the number 4 pick. What was his name? Oh my God, that year that we drafted KP.
Not Tory Murray.
No, was it Langston Galloway?
Yeah, he got Langston Galloway hot.
Yeah. That's a good correlation because Langston Galloway did, or has been a good, or just better than serviceable ball player that basically came from nowhere.
Yeah.
That, so Chris Childs was like that. But Childs is one of those players though that coming into the league because of his size, he was just casted as a point guard. He really wasn't a point.
No, he was a
shooting guard. Yeah,
he was a scoring machine at Boise State, bro.
Yeah,
a scoring machine, bro.
Yeah.
But since he was undersized,
it was like, yo, point guard.
Right.
That's how things were done back then.
And when I see him, bro, when I saw Chris Childs maybe twice in real life, right? This dude, I never thought that dude was really 6'4", bro. I think that dude was like 6'1", 6'2".
It's like 6'2".
Yeah, that dude is,
No, he wasn't that tall, but he was one of my favorite players. Yeah. I can't lie. He was one of my favorites. He wasn't a star. When he got here, he used to clash with Ewing all the time. Because he was
spread the ball.
Yeah, he was a scoring point guard.
Right.
Or a scoring player in the point guard position, the quote unquote traditional point guard position, and Ewing hated that.
Right. Yep.
I remember a Christmas Day where on court as the timeout, as they're going off the court, Ewing, very demonstrative, showing him up.
He should have.
Showing him up, but that, you see, these are some of the ugly parts of the game yesteryear that it took a long time for, other positions of the game to show as important. Because if you wasn't a Magic Johnson type of stature at point guard, you wasn't necessarily as respected. You understand what I'm saying? The game it was always a bigs game.
Unless you was Kevin Johnson, 22-10, a Tim Hardaway, you know what I'm saying, 21-8.
It really took a minute though for the smaller guys to really investing more in the smaller guys than the bigger guys. Teams are still doing that today with the big guys. Don't get it twisted. Someone drafted Ayton over
Luka.
Over
Trae Young. Over Kevin Knox.
Well,
that speaks for itself. Over SGA.
Damn.
Over Michael Porter Jr.
You have to really take that shot at Kevin Knox. Like, damn, what a way to kick her. Once a Knick, always a Knick, Freezie. Come on.
Nah, I don't know.
That was so uncalled for.
No, I don't believe in once a Knick, always a Knick thing. You know what I'm saying? Because some people stole Chris Dudley, once a Knick, always a Knick. Nah, bro, I ain't. Nah, and Chris Dudley was probably a great screen setter, but no, No.
Dudley fit in though. Dudley, I tell you one thing, Dudley had more on-court time than Brunson Sr.
Yeah, and Herb Williams. And
Yeah,
Herb Williams.
and
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
at the latter part in
Yeah.
that 99 2000, by then Herb was a statue by then. Herb was thinking about his second career.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was talking to a Lakers fan earlier in the week, and a Lakers fan is trying to tell me that the Knicks aren't relevant. Right? He was like, "Yo, you still a Knicks fan? I thought when Brooklyn moved to town, man, y'all, you know what I'm saying?" And I was like, "No, bro, only Lakers fans think that. Why would a Knicks fan stop being a Knicks fan just because we don't win championships?"
That's a question that we could talk to those Brooklyn Nets fans first.
Right.
We could throw that out there to them because
they have never.
So many of them were Knicks fans,
right,
and became frustrated and seek shelter elsewhere.
They play in Brooklyn, son. How I'm gonna walk past them to go and yeah, man, you can go past Barclays Center and go right to the Garden, bro. It's easy. You know what I'm saying?
They know it. And that's no disrespect to them because I get it. Sometimes fandom can drive you into, delirium.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
But I wasn't gonna go to if I'm gonna leave the Knicks, it's not gonna go to Brooklyn just because they went to Brooklyn. No, I know that team too well.
Right.
I know the history of that franchise too well.
Yeah, yeah. How they waste talent.
Yeah. For a lot of years, we forget. I was watching this past week on Derek Coleman.
Oh, that's my guy.
DC, and his rise from, Syracuse and him being the freshman in the big game against Indiana. I think DC had like 19 rebounds.
Yeah.
In that game, but he has a Weber-ish moment on the free throw line. And he misses the head of the 1-and-1. He could have sealed it.
But he was a freshman, bro.
He was a freshman.
But that's the biggest game of his life.
But you know what though, Freezie, and this is no knock to DC. But sometimes, Freezie, your moment is your moment. Yeah. And you only get the one shot at it.
Yep.
Michael Jordan against Georgetown is going to hit that jumper every day of the week.
I agree with you, sir.
That's just who he is. You see what I'm saying? That's just who he is. And I'm not saying that DC missing that 1-and-1 was going to be the forecast for his career coming up.
Right.
But, and there was no bigger Derek Coleman fan than myself.
Yeah, at Syracuse now.
So even I'm gonna be fair. Even with the Nets, I paid attention to Derek Coleman.
They were stacked
because he had the talent to be one of the greatest power forwards the game had ever seen.
Right.
But his attitude and the organization's just constant folly.
They're a terrible organization.
Constant folly, and then when they were for a moment in time when they got Chuck Daly, and they seemed like they were going to steer the ship correctly because not Stern, but I can't remember who then took over their front office. He traded
Rod Thorne.
Thorne trades for Drazen.
Yep.
He moves out Mookie Blaylock.
Yep, to Atlanta. Yep.
Right, moves out Blaylock, who he drafted. He moves out Blaylock, slides in, or did he draft Blaylock? I don't think. No, I think Willis drafted Blaylock.
Yep.
Right, because remember Willis was general manager for them for a minute. Right. Yep. I think Willis drafts Blaylock. By the time he comes in, he starts to clean up that.
He drafted Blaylock and a dude named Chris Morris. Remember Chris Morris?
Right. When he drafts Morris was just, oh my God, Morris was really talented in college.
Bro, did I tell you that I almost got in a fight with him in Texas.
Chris
Morris.
No, you did not tell us that. I don't
Morris,
think you
yeah.
I don't remember. Oh my God. He got you by 3 inches, Freezie, at least. At least 3 inches taller.
No. Me and him about the same. He might barely have me, bro. That dude. They say he's 6'8".
He's like
so
6'7",
he might be 6'8" with sneakers on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when we all put on shoes, it give everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Unless you Prince and you wearing them Stack Hill shit. You know what I'm saying? unless you Prince and you out there dressed like a bullfighter / pimp. But you ain't, yeah. I did him. I fouled him in a celebrity game. You had to pay to be in the game for his fundraiser, right? So you had to pay $200. This is 90. This is like 91.
And it's a celebrity game. So hold on. Who they introduced you as? The 2-time Green Street champion?
No, this is before Green Street champion.
This is before. This is on the rise to Green Street.
Yeah. I was actually still boxing at Fort Hood at that time.
Oh, okay.
Like I felt like I was somebody. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, we got to get Uncle Freezie in that game. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I fouled him, which was ridiculous. I'm like, because even when I fouled him, I was like, oh, my bad, dog. He's like, yo, did you know he was crazy? This dude is
Chris Morris. He was, kind of, highly strung back then. Yeah. I remember him back then being highly strung. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I fouled him and I was like, yo, my bad. And he was like, yo, put his hands up. And then, yeah. Good guy though. Yeah, but think about 200. Yo, you paid $200 just to get in the game in like 90, 91. $200 was.
You really wanted to place in a celebrity game. You really wanted to hear your name. And starting power forward from Jersey City, New Jersey,
up on the hill.
Van
Nostrand between Ocean and Jackson. PS15. Uncle Freezie is in the building.
Uncle Freezie's own. Uncle Freezie. Let's hear from
but he did sign the jersey. Like he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You pay these $200. You pay these $200, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You get these shirt, you get this shirt, you get these shorts or whatever. And afterwards, you know what I'm saying? And then when we go to City Lights afterwards, man, you know what I'm saying? We'll hang out or whatever. And I found that, man, it was wrong. It was wrong. I was wrong. I'm still wrong. I know I'm wrong for doing it. But I didn't, it feels like instinct, right? This dude takes off. He about to do like this dude about to do a 2-time 360 windmill between the leg, blindfolded dunk, and I fouled him. And everybody got mad at me, bro.
Well, shit. Why you gotta do that hit on me? Nah. Bump that. Nah.
Right before you take off, I just break his. And even the girls, bro. Even the ladies.
I agree with you. No, I'm sorry. Why do I need to be a part of that poster? If I wasn't a part of that poster, I'd feel like how y'all felt. No. Yeah. I don't need to be a part of that. No.
But nah, man, I ain't want to be. I mean, think about it though. If I'd have been in that poster, people would have been like, you know, saying, "Who's that skinny kid with the big head?"
Looking up with the knees going by his face.
Giddy up cowboy dunk.
You could be Mark Jackson with Tom Chambers.
Yeah, it would have been that, except he was way more up in the sky, and he was gonna do like a 360 around the world double pump. But you remember when double pump was popular? The double pump dunk. Yeah. But he's about to do all of that, man. Yeah. And I fouled him by accident. I'm a Knicks fan, bro.
That's what Tom did to Mark that day.
You know? Oh, the double pump.
The double pump knees to Mark Jackson's head. Mark kind of turned to the side, and his knees was like bang.
Right.
Turned around. No,
Mark better never say nothing about somebody getting dunked on, bro.
Oh no, Mark has been. But that's an all timer.
Yeah,
that's an all timer because it falls in at the time white man can't jump. You know, storyline at that time, and I think the movie either just came out or was about to come out, and Tom Chambers forever. The original, if you remember, Sega game, Boston against the Lakers. Tom Chambers has that signature move where
That's
he
his
does
animation
that.
dunk. Yeah.
Where he does that dunk off of that Mark Jackson, him dunking on
Off
Mark
of
Jackson.
that Mark Jackson joint.
Well, I wasn't even a Knicks fan with that game. I would use the Phoenix team just to use Tom Chambers and that signature move.
Yeah.
No, he was he. Wow, Tom Chambers. He was a handful. Yeah, he was an absolute handful. You know, he would lull you to sleep. He would lull you to sleep and bang it on you.
And
absolutely yam it on you.
Yam it, bro. You know, oh my goodness.
I don't know what it is with the yamming. It's not in the game the way it used to be. Like when I watch Ja, at any moment in time, Ja's gonna yam it on you 2 times.
Yeah.
But if you go around the league, like Ja's one, Kevin Martin Jr. is another. If you really go around like that whole feeling of, you know, I'm catching a body tonight.
Any second.
I'm catching a body. Yes, yeah. Any second. That kind of out in Minnesota. He's another one.
Anthony Edwards
is definitely a body catcher.
Yes.
He's definitely a body catcher. But that feeling of, you know, I'm catching a body now, you don't see it on a nightly basis, at least when I'm watching the game. That was always one of the reasons why, or one of the things I looked at Kevin Knox with such disdain. Because I'm like, Kevin Knox, you have this ability to catch him, especially as a young person coming in the league. As a young person coming in the league, you're thinking like, look, I remember when they asked RJ, and he was like, KP.
Yeah. Off rip. He's like, what NBA player would you like to yam on? Oh, KP. I mean, what? He the tallest dude in the league. What? That was easy for him. Like, yeah, hell.
Easy. You know, Tracy McGrady, you know, dunking on Sean Bradley.
Oh, multiple times.
Bro. Multiple times.
As a Maverick, as a Sixer, he just every time he saw Sean Bradley, it's like he was seeing blood or something in a way. He's just like, but hey man, so let me ask this just really quickly. As Jay Boogie called me out, first of all, let me salute the legend Jay Boogie. Shout out to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie,
thank you.
Thank you for the generous contribution. Jay Boogie says, you clip that man out the air. Career, you bully. Nah, man. It was like a reefer. As soon as I done, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how you playing ball, you thinking one thing, but then at a celebrity game, ain't nobody come to see Uncle Freezie. You know what I'm saying? They come to see an NBA player. You know what I'm saying?
You have to pay to be a celebrity.
I had to pay to be in the game. I had to pay the man $200.
$200 to get into a fight, to get into an altercation with Chris Morris.
and AD, and then they say, and then they tell us like they like, yo, everybody, we gonna wear these Carolina blue uniforms. Remember, in like 90, Carolina blue was like the color. You know what I'm saying? The pretty sky blue, the periwinkle blue, or whatever they call it.
Mm.
And so they like, yo, everybody wear white sneakers. Well, I was trying to find the white Jordans, and I couldn't find them in my size. And the only dope shoe out at the time that they had in a size 14 was the black Dominique Wilkins Reebok pumps. So then I show up to the game with black sneakers on. Everybody else got on white sneakers. I mean, but I was fresh though.
But you was fresh. But do you know, as you say that you were looking for the Jordans, you know, I may be the only black man in America, or maybe in the world, of a certain age that's never worn or attempted to buy a pair of Michael Jordan sneakers.
Dun, 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 dun.
I just couldn't
what?
do it.
Are you serious?
I just couldn't do it. To this day, I feel the same way. I just couldn't do it.
I feel that way now about Mike, even though I still have Jordans. Yeah, because I think the Jordan 11s are the greatest shoe ever invented. right? I'm talking about any shoe. I don't care what type of shoe. I'm talking about every shoe, right? But yeah, man. So I keep Jordan 11s on deck, right? I keep Timberlands or try to keep Timberlands on deck, right? But my thing is a certain type of shoe, bro. If it's just any shoe, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If it's just any type of shoe, I'll pass. Like I'm not running out to just buy the LeBrons just because the LeBrons come out. Nah, I'm not doing that. East Blue Drew is in the building. Allah Wise is in the building. Allah Wise says Randall bodied Tatum and Horford in the same game and killed Gafford. Yep.
Yes, Randall has caught some bodies.
Randall has.
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to ask this though. I wanted to ask this question because people have been hitting me up in social media spaces asking me two questions. Right. The first question is, what do I want in a Mitch trade, and also, what would I give up to get Drew Holiday? All right. So for both, I'm doing neither. I'm not trading Mitch, and I'm also not trading for Drew Holiday. But in order to answer the question, just for the sake of answering the question, what I would be looking for in a Mitchell Robinson trade is a young, bouncy Tyson Chandler like big in exchange for Mitch, right? I would do Mitchell Robinson for Derek Lively from the Mavericks in a heartbeat. Now I would do that because that dude has shooting upside, and I don't mean shooting upside like volume shooter, blah blah blah. What I mean is he could be a Tyson Chandler type player with a little bit of Robert Parrish in him. Like how Robert Parrish out to about 10, 11 feet can knock down the jump shot if he faced up. Right. So I would trade Mitch for that, but otherwise I'm keeping Mitch. But Drew Holiday,
you're a fan.
What do I need with another 6'4" guard? Do we not have enough? Do we not have enough 6'4" defending guards, bro?
But I think he would be an upgrade.
Over who?
He's an upgrade over RJ. He's an upgrade over everyone that you have, over Grimes. He's over everyone that you got. He's an upgrade. Really? To put next to Brunson. So basically, I'm also answering the question. Would I make that? Would I be involved in that? I think so. I know so.
I don't know.
Because I believe he's an upgrade. He's a champion, not too far from a championship. He's been in a lot of. Look at it like this. Would you not wanted him? Would you not have wanted him in Game 6 against Miami on the floor with Brunson? Of course.
Of course, if we're adding him for nothing, of course.
Of course, but you don't get something for nothing, Freezie.
I know this.
Not that caliber player.
I think you and I are in two different places, man. I think you and I are ebony and ivory right now on this topic, right? And the reason why I say that is because I think this dude is Maurice Cheeks right now. I think this dude is Doc Rivers right now. If you're a Knicks fan, I think this is the Derek Harper trade all over again right now. If you trade for Drew Holiday,
yeah, but you got to a finals with Derek Harper.
No, you got to a finals and Derek Harper was there.
Okay, if you want to, I know why. I know the
because if Glenn Rivers never gets hurt, right? There is no Derek Harper trade, right?
You're right.
The only reason why we even traded Derek,
but he was better than Doc.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
He was better than Doc.
He was definitely more unselfish than Doc.
He was better than Doc.
I'll say that. But a trade for Drew Holiday right now reminds me of a Baron Davis trade where you're a second round team
No,
and you
Freezy.
need a veteran point guard to come in. He's our Mike Bibby, bro.
Freezy, he's coming off of a season where he averaged 19 plus.
Okay.
Still a defense. And before you come back at me or say, well, Butler didn't think it was that stellar or whatever. You gonna
Butler,
get God.
Butler outweighed that man by 30 pounds, bro.
Absolutely, but I saw him body KD a couple of years ago in the final shot against Brooklyn. That was him guarding a man that was 6 inches taller than him.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm not saying that, bro.
He's good enough, Freezy, that in those moments, look at this team without him right now, presently constituted, right?
Okay.
All right. Is this team a 48 to 53 win team, regular season wise? I'd say so, right? Okay. Maybe even a couple more depending on the night and the matchup or whatever, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that team is already a first round to get past type of a team. Okay. You haven't added anything else to try and help you get beyond that, or a player who's been there. He would immensely help you in those moments, Freezy. No one else on your team has that next.
You mean you mean like Mo Cheeks, like how Mo Cheeks helped us get to the next level. How we was a first round team.
You beat Boston because you had Mo Cheeks on that team.
Yes. Okay.
He got Ewing in the right areas.
Okay.
Absolutely. It might have been his last great game, but you know what? The Knicks had lost to Boston like 25 straight games in a row.
Right. Yes. I agree. I think his impact though, overall, would be overstated because of the fact that he would be our new hotness as opposed to what he could bring to us in the immediate term.
I think he serves on both sides, Freezy. He's one of those type of veterans that should Randall implode in the big moment again, should RJ implode in the big moment again, you got something else there that you don't even have to overuse a Josh Hart in moments that don't call for him.
Mm-hmm.
Got another option, a championship option. But that's not the question, though. The question is, would they be involved in or have the desire when to get a player like that? They haven't shown to want anybody.
No, they have not, and for that reason, why I told you it's like the summer of '96, where teams are looking to do something. But let me salute to Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, thank you for the generous contribution. Jay Boogie says, "Mad like Biggie when Puff didn't have your size." Yo, that's crazy. And you know what I'm saying? And you know what? And the thing about that
is he still went out there and killed it though, Boogie. That's Brooklyn.
Yeah. It's Brooklyn, bro. It's Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn. And so my thing is, on vibes and stuff, I think I'm gonna do the Keefe D Diddy connection thing. Maybe have that conversation. Why? But that's one other thing. I know it's just something to talk about. But
okay. Oh gosh.
My thing though is with Drew Holiday is you bring him here. Now you have to sit someone. Who are you sitting? Grimes?
Absolutely.
You sit Grimes, now you take shooting off the floor. Now your shooting is Drew Holiday, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle and Mitch.
Hold on. Grimes is not. He's not one of the Splash Brothers.
Yeah, he shot 38% from three.
Okay, I'd still take Drew Holiday's whatever he shot. He shot. That.
This dude shot.
Bring up Drew Holiday's numbers. I'd take Drew Holiday.
No,
in a heartbeat, Freezy. In a heartbeat, next to Brunson, right. That kind of maybe this is the last drop of the toothpaste that you're gonna get out of this veteran. This team needs a player like
Why
that.
you making fun of me? You know, Smoker got me using that black stuff on the choppers. Did I tell you that? You gonna call me out in front on national TV, bro? You gonna call me out on national TV, man?
On the internet? Don't call you on national internet? Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, this man called me out on national TV, y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's what friends are for.
Absolutely. You know absolutely.
Yeah.
But come on, Freezie. You can't does it make you Milwaukee? Does it make you Boston? No, but it gives you another bullet, and you don't know. Maybe you catch fire, at that right time, right there, right player galvanizes this situation. You don't have chopped cheese on your team. You understand what I'm saying? You don't.
Right. Nah, man. I'm yeah, man. Ron says Drew Holiday shot 38% from 3 as well. Okay. All right. I didn't know that, man.
He had a very good year last year. He played 67 or 68 games, something like that.
I'm not feeling.
I mean, nobody's playing 75 to 81 games anymore. Those days are done.
That's the new. I get it. But what I'm saying is man, listen, just if you're not making the major move, then don't do anything, man. I'm tired of the tinkering, bro.
I can't go with that, Freezie. I can't go with that.
Are we doing some Hall of Notes? We gonna go Hall of Notes on this?
Yes. Oh, I no can do.
Yeah, you can't go for that, John.
Love some Hall of Notes, boy. Stop playing.
Yeah, man.
Hall of Notes.
Yeah,
man. Eater and all them classics.
Bro, love some Hall of Notes, bro.
Yeah.
Love some Hall of Notes, bro. Bro, you know, when I heard them grooves on the guitar, bro, I thought they was black. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yo,
well, where did they learn how to riff from?
Yeah.
Who are they?
The Philadelphia
who are their idols?
Yeah, the sound of Philadelphia.
They did a show one time where they had the Temptations come out to back them up, and they had all the Temptation moves.
Right.
It was one of those 80s, kind of Motown 25-ish type of shows. And they brought out the Temps, Kendricks and all of them.
So we got breaking news, man. Drew Holiday just got traded to Boston.
Holiday just got traded.
Devon just got traded to Boston. Just got traded to Boston.
This is what I'm talking about, Uncle Freezie. This is the type of shit I'm talking about when I say this management is always sleeping. They're never. How is it that Boston moves out? They got a better Smart. Boston moves out Smart for KP, then turns around a month and so later, and gets Drew Holiday. What are the Knicks doing? It's absolutely a sleep.
We signed Ryan Arcidiacono. Bro, we signed Ryan Arcidiacono, bro. Yo, because I know it's people out there, like, people are like, yo, Leon Rose is the Don. He's the GOAT of all friends. And I'm like, bro, what are y'all bugging. Y'all are absolutely asleep at the wheel.
He can't get anybody. Freezie. He can't close on anything, Freezie.
I know.
It doesn't. If he doesn't have you bent over, or if his colleague doesn't happen to have a son 25 years ago and names him Godfather, he can't close on nothing big. Can't. Yeah. It's not in him. It's not in them.
Right.
It's just not.
So shout out to Jay Boogie for breaking the news. Jay Boogie, appreciate that.
Just not. Salute Jay Boogie. Thank you for ruining my Sunday. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
This show just totally turned right about now.
Yeah, man.
And you may not have wanted him, Freezie, for reasons that you mentioned, or not for my reasons, Freezie. But again, this is another player that could help the Knicks, and for some particular reason,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, bro. And I came fully loaded with a bunch of Jets jokes too. I can't even use them today just because of this. I can't even unload my New York Jets jokes. So I'll keep them. You know what I'm saying, fully
this
loaded.
has been
Right?
ridiculous with this franchise, Freezie. But with the management of this franchise, it's always the next, maybe the next guy, maybe the next guy, maybe the next guy. It's ridiculous.
Can I tell you what the Portland got in return for this dude?
Please.
So they get Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, Golden State's first round pick this year, and a 2029 unprotected first round pick for Drew Holiday. And that's what you wanted to give up for Drew Holiday, bro?
Okay, Freezie. Hold on. Before we dissect what Portland got, okay? Hold on a second. Robert Williams has been injury prone over his whole entire Boston career.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Time Lord.
That center combination of Robert Williams and the old head that they
Horford
wasn't getting them anywhere, Freezie.
Right.
When they moved out Smart, all you heard was, "Oh, Smart was the heart and soul of the team." Da 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 da. You got KP. You now moved out an often injured Robert Williams, a dissatisfied Brogdon, right?
Right.
Because he's been chirping for the last however.
Okay? Since they tried to trade him.
Right? Now they did. A dissatisfied Brogdon, and now you brought in your pieces fit better, Freezie. Your pieces totally fit better.
AD, I appreciate you going.
Boston is absolutely trying to win it, Freezie. Even if they don't win it, Freezie, why would you sit with who the hell is Robert Williams? Robert Williams is Mitch Robinson. Who the hell is Mitch Robinson? Are you going to tell me that you would have traded Mitch Robinson? Are you going to tell me that now? That you have not traded Mitch Robinson?
AD, let me tell you what Boston did, bro. Because I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Putting on your Celtics gear, bro. I appreciate you doing that for us, bro. But let me tell you what Boston did, right? Because I listened to every word you just said and I respect it, right? But you know what Boston just did? They traded a defensive-minded point guard, right? They traded a defensive-minded point guard for a center that's always hurt. So they got rid of Marcus Smart, a defensive-minded point guard that couldn't get it done in the playoffs, and traded him for a center that's always hurt. So if Robert Williams is always hurt, so is Porzingis is hurt right now. Porzingis is hurt right now, and he ain't even put a Celtics jersey on. And they replaced a former defensive player of the year candidate with Drew Holiday. All they did was move around deck chairs. That's all they did, bro.
You're gonna tell me that KP and Drew Holiday to Boston is not better than what they had?
No, I'm saying that's exactly right. I'm saying they moved around. They got a formula that they want. Right? But if you're just talking about moving out a defensive-minded point guard, right, and bringing in an injury-prone center, didn't they already have that?
The center that they moved out can't shoot. He can't shoot. You don't have to be honest when you're playing a man like that. Holla, Mitch Robinson. He can't shoot.
Okay.
Isn't that what his so-called trainer came on this last week, telling us how he's working on his post move 2024? How about this averaging a double-double? How about that?
I don't believe bro. Summertime talk. I don't believe something. You know, hey, come on. We did
That's
a show.
All we get out of Mitch is summertime talk.
Yeah. Me and you did a show about how we tired of RJ Barrett workout videos and dudes in an open gym, hoodie mellow, We did a show on that, I think last year, bro. And Paris Douglas, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Douglas says, bad deal. Boston lost Time Lord and Brogdon. Now, here's the thing. I don't think they're going to keep Robert Williams or Brogdon either because they just traded for Ayton, right? Why would you need Time Lord if you got DeAndre Ayton, right? And I also don't think they're going to keep Brogdon because they have all those young, they're rebuilding. They don't need a 99-year-old point guard, bro.
Yeah, but,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Brogdon is not, should I say, Brogdon is not, he's not going to get up and out of there as fast as Drew Holiday did.
Yeah, I think he will. I think
they start the season with those guys.
I think they're going to ship those guys out too. I think they're going to be flipped also. They're going to go to a team that needs backcourt depth. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see Robert Williams end up in Dallas, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Malcolm Brogdon end up with the Lakers. I'm calling it right now. Two teams that desperately need these positions. I think they're on the phone right now. You remember that old segment, On the Phone with Tyrone? On the phone with Tyrone. Yeah, I think they are on the phone right now, man.
They're changing. Well, they don't care about the players because they're retooling. They're rebuilding. Excuse me, not retooling. They're rebuilding.
Yeah, they're rebuilding.
They're totally in rebuilding. So would I be surprised at that? No. But the timeline as to when it's going to happen, I don't think it's going to happen as quickly as it did for Drew Holiday because, again, with Boston, whether you agree with it or not, Freezie, they're positioning themselves for another championship run because that's all they've done since they've had Tatum.
Yeah,
that's all they've done.
I don't disagree with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you. I agree with that point. I'm arguing over the end result. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying it's like I'm not saying that they didn't go shopping and they stay shopping. What I'm saying is, what the hell did they buy?
The end result we don't know yet.
The end result is KP is hurt already.
Okay. Will he be hurt in June?
I hope not.
That's what they're betting on. Because all they've done since they've had Tatum and so forth is to try and get to the championship.
Yeah. But here's a question I want to ask you. Now that you see all these parts moving, do you think our front office is going to actually do something?
No.
You don't
They're
think
not thinking like how we see the game, Freezie. Like we said this, I think last week or the week before. Would you have signed Christian Wood? Yes, I would have.
Yeah.
If I know he was willing to take a 2-year deal at $6 million, who am I? A shooting big? The man averaged 18 and 9 last year.
Right.
18 and 9.
Not only would I sign him, I'd also sign Kelly Oubre. Remember, we had this conversation.
Again, and Kelly Oubre. How about having somebody who's 6'7" and a defender to guard Butler in those moments?
That guy on, I think he was on Hot 97, damn near begging the Knicks to sign him 2 years ago. Remember that? He was in the city. He was like, yo, I'm in the city right now. I'm uptown, man. I'm staying here, man. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't see it. I don't see them being good enough, Freezie, right now to win a champion, to even get to a championship or to get to the conference finals. I don't see it, but they do.
Yeah, you know what? And here's the thing. Here's what I would have done, right? If I'm the Knicks, I think my most valuable trade piece right now, in this moment, just in this moment, AD, I got another point that I want to get to before I start talking about Joe Namath needing to sit himself down, right? Evan Fournier is an attractive trade piece, right? And not because Evan Fournier is going to score you 14 points a game or whatever, but if you're a playoff team, you can trade Evan Fournier. I mean, you could trade for Evan Fournier and then his salary comes off your books. And what that does is it gives you about 20-ish, 19 and a half somewhere between 18.5 and $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Where you can sign maybe 2 other players, right? If I'm the Knicks, I'm looking to trade Fournier. But you know what? You know what I think the Knicks are doing? That's what they're
Please.
doing. That this is what they're doing right here.
Nothing. And cut.
Right.
That's just not. I mean, when is we as fans gonna just realize that they're moving in their own stratosphere, how they see things, and all I can say is I hope it works out for them, because I'm always going to be a fan. See, I'm always going to be here. You're always going to be here.
Yep.
So this conversation is always going to happen until it doesn't happen.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I think Dolan did an article with the Times the other day or something like that, and he says something like, well, people come up to him all the time, and they think it's easy to be a general manager. No. Nobody in their right mind could think it would be easy to be the general manager of one of the crown sports jewels.
Right.
Or any organization. Right? Doesn't mean that the opinions are not valid. Doesn't mean that somebody's not seeing something that you're presently constituted not seeing.
And AD, you know what I would tell James Dolan? Because what happens is when rich guys get in the room, sometimes they talk down to the audience. What's the word when somebody thinks they're smarter than everybody? Condescending.
Okay.
Yeah. So James Dolan in that moment is accidentally condescending, bro. Right? Because the thing is, we all know that jobs like that are not gonna be easy, bro. The jobs when we go to work, if I go to AD job and try to do what AD do, bro, I'll be lost. You know why? Because AD is a pro at what he does. It's the same thing with me. AD come in this dark ass office and be calling 100 people a day and be trying to talk like Uncle Freezie. He be like, man, nah, this ain't for me right here. You know what I'm saying? You just can't step into somebody else's job and assume that you could be better than them at it. Now, with that said, some of us make our jobs look easier than others. And that's why the perception is that the fans can run the organization. Because when you look at say, the Golden State Warriors, they drafted Steph, they drafted Clay, they won championships. They drafted Draymond in the second round. You know what I'm saying? The guys seem to want to go play there. They have a bright environment, you know what I'm saying? A non-toxic environment. People want to go play there, man. And Chris Paul is there. All this, you know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying ultimately is just because you're not doing anything or doing it at the pace that the fans expect, don't mean that job is extra hard, right? Look, Brooklyn has rebuilt 3 times since this regime has been in office. And you know what? And they might be on even footing with us. And they did it, twice. They did it twice since this front office has been in place, right? And they have more draft picks than us. And some people would even say they have better young talent than us, right? So how are you going to say that it's not as easy as it looked when we're looking and we don't see nothing? If we see something, then we can judge it. Varsity Custom TV, thank you for the general contribution. Hey, Varsity Custom TV says, AD Freezie, when do we go after Embiid? Where do we rank in the East now? Where will we rank with an Embiid trade? And AD, I'm glad VCTV put that in there, because that's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Anthony D, Knicks fans. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all heard a lot of stuff this week. I've been watching the same stuff that y'all been watching, right? And let me tell y'all this. Let me be your voice of reason, right? There's been a lot of hype train stuff, right? A lot of hype train stuff. I'm not saying people are wrong. I'm just gonna offer a different opinion. I just need for you to be co-pilot with me on this one, if you don't mind. I've been seeing.
As long as the plane ain't going down.
No, we ain't. No, we ain't. No, this ain't Mary J. Blige. This ain't Rolls Royce, bro. This ain't Car Wash. Yo, anybody ever saw that movie Car Wash? But hey, before I get to my point, yeah, man, get it, yeah, man.
I love that movie, Car Wash.
I got something I got to tell you, bro. So for two things, I watched Jason's lyric last night.
Oh damn! Was it raining down there? Was it raining?
The rainy night in Georgia.
Was it rainy night in Carolina?
Is it some Brooks Benton?
Had to pull out a little manchettes.
No, man.
Duck.
Nah, man. You know we had the cheap wine, the cheap Walmart wine. That cheap Walmart wine will get you there, bro. But here's the thing. I watched Jason's lyric last night, bro. And that's got to be one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, bro.
It doesn't age well. I'll say that.
No.
Because I've seen it recently myself.
The fake accents, bro.
The trench with those. I'm like, I know Southern people.
Right.
You don't sound nothing like. You don't sound like a man from the South.
No.
Sis, you all right, sis? Tell Big Bruh what happened. He bothering you?
now down south folks, they will sing their words. Now they ain't the thing is they talk slow down here, but they not dumb. People in Jason lyrics, they people sounded dumb in that movie. But down here, they'll say something like, I'm going to the mall, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They'll sing their words, right? So, but anyway, here's my thing. A Joel Embiid trade is possible if the Knicks want it. And the Knicks won't have to gut their entire roster, right? This is what I want. Knicks fans, I want you to tune me in, Knicks fans. I want y'all to hear me out on this. The Knicks right now are in a position where they can make the Joel Embiid trade and won't even be impacted in the future, right? Y'all tune me in, right? I want y'all to hear me on this because I know there are a million Knicks channels, and salute to Knicks channels, salute to people doing their stuff, right? But I want y'all to tune me in on this one. Don't get caught up in the national hype machine. Know yourself, right? AD, I'm gonna tell you this, and just hear me out. The Knicks can trade for Joel Embiid by matching salary, right? They can match salary for Joel Embiid by, of course, Evan Fournier. Of course, Mitch would have to be in it, right? That's about $33 million. And the Sixers would probably want some type of young asset to go with it, right? Some type of young player, right? But here is where things get sweet for the Knicks. This season, and you hearing this from Uncle Freezie first, I think I might be the first person to say this. But this year, AD, the New York Knicks have 4 of the top 39 picks in the draft, right? And you already know and I already know what people are going to say. Man, Leon Rose ain't drafted all them players. We know this, right? Don't think about the draft. Think about the assets. The Knicks have their pick. They have Dallas's pick. They have the 34 pick in the second round, and they have the 39 pick in the second round, right? The Knicks can make a trade for. Hey, I see Rel in the chat. Shout out to my man, Rel. We talk Mavs, in the building. Salute. The Knicks can take those 4 picks and young talent and trade for Joel Embiid right now. And you know what that does? It gets that guy in the door right now, and you still have your future outside of next summer. Now, you won't be able to draft next summer, but you know what you will have? The guy that you mentioned early on in the conversation when you said, you got to trade for a piece and try to chip away at it. Remember we talked about that about 40 minutes ago? So you add, so say they want RJ, say they want RJ in the deal, right? So you give them RJ, Fournier, and those 4 picks. That's 4 out of the top 39 in a draft, right? So you don't know where the Knicks are going to draft. You don't know where the Mavs are going to draft, right? You don't know which is which, right? Because, both teams are going to be fairly good. But those 2 second-round picks are going to be 34 and 39. If that doesn't entice a team to move right there, now, mind you, when you send those picks, all of them are going to be unprotected. No protections. No, if this happens, that happens. Nah. Take these picks, take these 4 picks, and take this young talent or whatever it is that you want. We get Embiid right now, right? We don't have anything this summer except a deep playoff run with Joel Embiid, right? And so for those that are excited about a potential Malcolm Brogdon, Drew Holiday, whoever. Nah, we got the assets to make the big move right now. The key for us is to understand where the window is. The window right now is Joel Embiid and Philadelphia. They're all separate parties. There's a James Harden party, right? There's a Joel Embiid party, and there is a NBA party, and then there's a Sixers, right? Everybody's moving around. If Harden goes, what are you going to tell Joel Embiid? You going to tell Joel Embiid, nah, we're going to reset and we're going to go younger? Nah, Joel Embiid 29, and he done been at the precipice for too long. That's all I got, AD.
I don't see them doing it, Freezie, because
here come Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Freezie, if they don't feel that they have you over the barrel, they're not pulling the trade, Freezie. Joel Embiid will be the latest of the what if we do this and what if we give them this and what if we do that. They haven't shown you that they're willing, like anyone is that guy.
Okay.
There have been a list of players, Freezie, over these last 3-4 years that have come by the Knicks.
But Brian Windhorst said a disgruntled star is coming to New York.
We've heard that. We've been hearing that since the last regime. Since the regime before that. Who listens to Brian Windhorst?
Brian Windhorst ain't gonna say that.
The man stalks children when they're what their potential is going to be.
Like LeBron, yeah. All I'm saying is that man said that he wouldn't lie.
How does that man have his job?
I don't know. Maybe he good looking. I don't know.
What has he said? What has him anyone said anything that you could be like, take it to the bank, especially for the Knicks? When? Never happens. I can't listen to these dudes. I'll give Woj an air because more times than not, when he says it, it goes to the bank. But these other guys, other cats, nah, I can't.
So AD, so the Knicks have 4 of the top 39 picks in this draft.
They're not doing it.
And you no, hear me out. You know they're not gonna draft all 4 of them guys. You know this, right? So what's the other alternative? Trade 1 pick away, combine 2, bring in Alec Burks and take on somebody's salary and keep the can down the road again?
See, here's the thing with piece of that, Freezie. If you were gonna make that trade, Freezie, right? If you were the Knicks and if you were Philly, you're making that trade this summer, so you can plan to know what you're gonna do with those picks when it's time to make those picks next spring, right? You're not gonna make that trade when this year is over,
No.
It doesn't work like that. Embiid will be a year older, a year more frustrated.
But AD, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The time. That's why I said window. I'm talking about right now.
They're not. They don't seem to be the kind of organization that says, you know what, my chips to the middle, boom.
Well, for one, you have to be awake.
And for two, you're gonna have to pay more for that price. You know why? That's in division.
I got you.
Down the 95.
I got you. So why not do Randall, Mitch, RJ, and 2 firsts for Embiid?
I do that tomorrow.
And you have your 2 second-round picks. You keep them.
I do it tomorrow just to change the dynamic. Mind you, I've been on record as saying, who would I take, Embiid or Randall?
Right.
I'd have a hard time taking, Embiid over Randall. I really would.
Or Randall over Embiid. I have a hard time keeping Randall over Embiid. I would.
I'd have a hard time with, because for one thing, Randall comes to play. Randall's always in condition.
Randall's always in great shape.
Not Embiid. Embiid will give you a great performance today, and then go home, ice pack the next day.
He in street clothes.
Eating street clothes.
I was in street clothes this week, bro. I'm still in street clothes. I ain't gonna lie to you. No lie, man. I'm in street clothes right now, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. The games come on in a little while, bro. I'm a probably order me a big fat sandwich. I'm a Miss Pearl. Can I have a number 6? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chat. I'm gonna order a number 6. I think it comes with potato chips and a soda. You know what I'm saying? But
that's football Sunday.
But here's the thing, AD. What I'm saying to you is because I get what you're saying, but understand. Like, I'm teeing this thing up in our conversation because I have variables, and I think neither of us have answers. But I think us talking about both, we can kind of navigate towards a solution. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is ultimately, though, the Knicks are in position where they have a man. AD taking that thing personal, bro. AD, you taking that thing personally? AD taking that Malcolm Brogdon thing personally, like, we ain't got Brogdon. No.
I've always Brogdon as a player. I've always liked Brogdon as a player. You know, I thought when Milwaukee let him go a couple of years ago, I thought that was a bad move.
That was premature, right?
But they were able to still win it even without him, because I thought he was a good fit. I've always liked Brogdon. I just don't like the not go for it attitude. I think they've had this attitude with this regime long enough.
Too long, yeah.
Too long, Freezie. Last year this time, and we've mentioned this before, we were like shocked that they didn't get Donovan. Right. Because just going along with their mindset, they were thinking bigger than we thought that they were capable of thinking. They were trying to come in with a whole new backcourt. Brunson, Donovan
Mitchell. I'd have loved that, bro. I'd have got a spider tattoo. I ain't gonna
we as Knicks fans didn't even see that.
I'd have got it right here. I'd have got the 45 spider right here. I'd have called him the 45 King. Shout out to Jersey.
45 King is the new 45.
Shout out to Jersey.
We as Knicks fans didn't see that, right?
Yo, I'm
saying it's not until it all went awry we're like, what the hell happened? Yeah. So even when they dream big, they can't see it
right
to the end. Hopefully I heard this past week they realigned and they've made, Gorasan? They've made Gorasan the vice president,
executive VP. Yeah,
executive VP. So what does that mean? Does it mean that worldwide West, everywhere he goes, he leaves a worldwide mess, has been moved out?
Right.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Gorsan is the new power under Leon now? What does that mean exactly for the Knicks? They're not going to pump fake anymore? What does that mean?
I think that means, and sometimes I can't. And listen, y'all, yeah, I'm a regular dude, so y'all know I don't verbalize well all the time. So sometimes I have to use hip hop lyrics and stuff. I'm not a great orator all the time, right? But when AD asked that question, basically what comes to mind for me is that there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walk around with your head down, scared to look. You shook because ain't no such things as halfway crooks. And basically, the reason why I say that is because Anthony D is absolutely right. And yes, I said Anthony D is absolutely right when he said the Brunsons are taking over the organization, right? And I feel like entities inside the organization are aligning for the civil war that is on the way, right? Because the Brunsons have a man. Jalen Brunson made them hire his father before he even came to the team, right? Jalen Brunson get here, they bring in all his boys, the Nova boys. They got a crew. They known as the Nova boys, right? With that said, if you Tom Thibodeau, and this dude is sitting right next to you, you know what I'm saying? He's basically the associate head coach over the dude with the associate head coach title and Johnny Bryant, right? So you got Johnny Bryant, Leon Rose, Worldwide West, right? You got Gerson Rosas, Tom Thibodeau, and then you got the Nova Boys section, right? And so to me, what it looks like is the organization is insulating themselves for a power struggle. Now, with that said, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Ultimately, if the Knicks win with this structure, I'm all for it. Because here's the thing: in order for you to get your way, sometimes in order to be heard, is you got to stand your ground and speak up. You know what I'm saying? So if the Brunson crime family wants to turn this organization into a winner with, you know what I'm saying, with everything surrounding Brunson, then okay. As long as we win a championship. And AD told me for weeks, and I didn't want to recognize it, but at some point, the older you get, the more you got to realize just got to listen to smart people. People are not smart for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So my thing, AD, I think the thing with Gerson Rosas and being promoted to executive, I think they gave him that title so that they could keep him in the organization so that he won't go anywhere, but also to insulate against the hostile takeover in the front office.
But who would be the ones that are planning the coup? The Brunsons? No, they're not the ones planning the coup. You've invited them in.
Right.
You've allowed them in.
Right.
See what I'm saying? If Gorsan, if he did this to insulate who? Leon from whoever?
Yeah.
Leon, you're not making yourself known.
I don't understand.
Look, okay. My meaning is if you just got this power position and all you're there to do is to deflect from Leon, how different is that than Perry? How different is why do we have your voice in the room at a larger scale if you're not making it known that, you know what, this is the course we need to chart?
AD, it's like when you take your girl out, bro. Like, you know how you take your lady out, and she like, you tell her like on a Tuesday, you like, hey, what you like on tonight? Yeah, thank you. Right. But it's like when you take your girl out, man, you tell her like Tuesday night, you're like, yo, what you doing Friday? My man's, and I'm saying they're gonna meet at the Blarney Stone uptown. And she like, the Blarney Stone. Yeah, we just gonna go in there, we just gonna have some drinks. And then you find out that your man's like, yo, fine, Tony from work gonna be there. You're like, oh, Tony with the eye? Tony with the eye. Yeah, she gonna be there. And you like, damn, I told my girl I don't want her to see Tony with the eye. You know what I'm saying? And then now you started out with an innocent situation, and then now everything gets sticky. Now you there with your girl, and your girl looking good. Every time you turn your back, dudes is like, hey girl, you here with Uncle Freezie? Yeah, I'm here with Uncle Freezie. And then Uncle Freezie is like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think happened. I think it started off as something innocent, and as the pressure got cranked up, I think the situation started getting sticky. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying that Scott Perry is gone. Yo, and here's how I know it got sticky. Scott Perry left the organization, and they didn't even tell his ass thank you. Knicks PR didn't even tell him thank you. Knicks PR is the GOAT, bro. Mitch can score 4 points and 4 points on two straight dunks, and they're gonna put out a thing. Mitchell Robinson is the first Knicks player since 19 such and such to dunk twice in such and such amount of time. You know what Knicks PR gonna do, bro? We all know Knicks PR. Scott Perry leave. They don't say a word, bro. They don't even say bye. They don't even say thank you.
That's a part of their problem, Freezie. They consistently take their eyes off the prize. So that's why you can have the owner saying, what he said about people coming up to him thinking that they could do the job and blah, 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 blah. It's like, we can't all be wrong.
Right.
Are we not watching the game? Right. Did we not, a couple of years ago, I think it was against Boston, right? Kemba Walker and them, they blew the Knicks out so bad.
Oh my God.
He immediately called for the executives to meet with them after the game. They got blown out by like 51 or something like that. They got embarrassed on national TV.
Right.
Like, do you need for Mills and them to come in and tell you why they suck at that point? Anybody could tell you why they suck. The players they got suck.
Right. No doubt.
Do we have to go to Harvard to realize that? But when you go out and sign 5 freaking power forwards, 8 shooting guards,
and 8 shooting guards,
and all of them journeymen outside of Randall. Yeah. Like, do I need to be working in the NBA office to know that those moves sucked?
No, you do not.
So you can't say, well, it's not as easy and blah blah blah. I know it's not as difficult.
It's not as difficult.
Okay.
Right, but AD, let me answer your question though. Because the question you asked is, why do you need somebody in between you and other people to insulate you if you're a decision maker? That's what you asked, right?
Yes.
Okay. So the thing is, I feel as if the task at hand may be overwhelming for them. I think the job is bigger than what they anticipated. I think. Thank you. I think what it is they're like, yo, man, I love the Knicks. I'm just gonna jump in here and we'll turn this thing. I promise that we're gonna do our best to bring a championship to New York. And then when they got in the job, they're like, oh, wait a minute, man, we ruined all these relationships. We don't have a development department, a development area. We don't have analytics here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a performance team. So they had to come in and put all these things in place, like the performance team, the analytics department, all these different mend relationships with agencies and players around the league and so they're busy on the phone trying to do all this stuff. And then it comes down to simple stuff like, hey, can I give you the number 18 pick and a first for the number 17 pick? No, I hate y'all. So they got to smooth out all of that. And I'm like, damn, you won't take a first round pick from us to move up one spot? No, we hate the Knicks. So I think there's part of that going on too, because you see other teams around the league make the simplest move, and we're always like, yo, why can't we do that? AD, have you not done that in the last 3 years? Like, damn, they gave up that for DeJounte Murray. Why can't we do that? And this is before we had Jalen Brunson, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Before we had Brunson, we heard this. We heard the Spurs were trading DeJounte Murray, and we were like, okay, why can't we do that?
There were some Knicks fans that had put that out there like during the season, and I remember thinking, you guys are crazy.
Right.
There's no way the hell the Spurs are letting go 23-year-old DeJounte Murray.
Right.
Come to find out, 6 months later,
they were letting go 23.
They were letting go. Then now 24-year-old
DeJounte Murray. Yeah. But then they were trades like that flew under the radar. They were like, dang, they traded Red Velvet for that. Why the Knicks didn't trade for Red Velvet? And Red Velvet is Kevin Huerter, everybody, the shooting guard out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Right. And we're like, man, we don't need Red Velvet. We got Quentin Grimes. Well, now, I feel like Red Velvet is better than Grimes. I'm not going to say he's going to be better than him forever. I'm just saying now.
But look how Sacramento pieced their team together.
Right.
From out of nowhere, all of a sudden, Sacramento was able to galvanize on their play through some novelty in there when they press that button for the light beam shit to roll out in the middle of the sky, and it's such a feel good.
Right. Right. And Sacramento turned it around in 1 year too, by the way.
Yes, by making a simple decision. Burton, Fox.
Yeah.
And when they traded Burton, they didn't go get another Burton. Hello?
Yeah.
They went out and got a front court piece that made sense to play along with the back court piece.
Right.
How about that? They didn't go out and get they seen the error in their way and didn't go out and get another duplicate piece.
Right.
And all of a sudden, the fan base gets behind them. It's a community thing. No one is thinking, the league is out to get. Another thing, Mr. Dolan, and I've never criticized you on this. Like, dude, there's no boogeyman in the closet.
Right.
Ain't nobody coming to get you.
Right.
Act like you're in New York. Act like you have the #1 franchise.
Stop being Al Davis.
Stop being old ladder Al Davis. How about that?
Yeah, stop being Al Davis, man, and just Stop
How
being
about that?
Yeah, man. So man.
You out here scared to talk, having people scared to say something.
Right.
It's not this. No, it's not that difficult.
Right. And then
all of a sudden, Phoenix from last year has a better trajectory than you did. If you didn't have Jalen Brunson right now, dear God, where would you be?
Right. The Jalen Brunson thing too intrigues me in that. I feel like, and I'm nervous about saying this, but I may be overstating how good Jalen Brunson is. I think Jalen Brunson is a megastar. I think Jalen Brunson is on the verge of being a megastar, but I think I may be overstating how good he is. Right? I think with the right weaponry, I think Jalen Brunson can be top 2 point guard in the NBA. But I may be overstating that because Jalen Brunson has not shown that for an extended amount of time he can be a top 3 point guard in the NBA. But at the same time, I don't think Jalen Brunson has entered his prime ball playing years yet. You feel me?
I think he's
Like
about to enter his prime ball playing years.
right. I think he is I think and listen and everybody don't condemn me on this because I'm a Knicks fan just like everybody else. And so when I extrapolate certain things from a formula, I don't intentionally do that to deceive. What I do is I get caught up in the fandom. We all do it. You know what I'm saying? We all get caught up in this whirlwind of events sometimes, and sometimes we overrate the hometown guy, right? I mean, AD does it with Bernard King all the time, right? And I may do it with a certain New York Knicks great, right? But that's because he's our guy, right?
This is true.
But the point that I'm getting at is I don't know whether to crank up the rocket and just get on this flight with Jalen Brunson, or realize that Jalen Brunson got hot at the end of the season and he's a very good NBA point guard and we should treat him as such. So I'm in that weird middle ground. And for that reason, when I say stuff like the Brunson crime family, it makes me nervous. Because if Jalen Brunson is just a good, a borderline all star, can we have a borderline all star hijack our front office? You feel me?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes to yes to yes.
oh, geez. Oh,
Because
geez.
because what else do you have, Freezy? You understand what I'm saying? It's like you you haven't had this kind of potential at that position in a very, very long time. What what
I
is it that you
understand.
can't believe? Is that you were that fortunate that somehow the basketball gods allowed Dallas to be morons when a situation only called for, here you go, Jalen.
Yeah,
That's all. That's all it called for, and for half the money.
AD, but hear me out on it, right? Because I think you're thinking that I'm thinking that we're stuck with Brunson. What I'm saying is if Jalen Brunson is just a borderline all star caliber player, then I think we need to gather up the other assets and go get us a star. Is what I'm saying. And but if Jalen Brunson is the megastar, then do you take the assets that were aforementioned and go out and get him supporting talent at a high level, right?
Megastar is just a term, Freezy.
No, it's not
You
just a
see what I'm
term.
saying? Well, to me, it's just a term for a better player, better than what you have. You see,
Mm,
let's use this. What if the Knicks had got Chris Paul instead of Golden State this past offseason?
okay.
You know what we'd be saying? He just helped improve our IQ in certain areas where when Brunson was off the floor,
Right.
he may not be the Chris Paul of yesteryear, but for what we need him for in moments that we know it's gonna come, it's gonna happen, he fits the bill. Plus, we're not asking him to play 80 games. We're not asking him to do something that's gonna make his blow out his hamstring and his groin because he does it every year. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? It's the pieces that you put around it. Whether he's a megastar or not, he's better. He's better than what you've had in a very long time.
I get that, bro. I'm not disputing that, bro. What I'm saying is okay, for instance, right? I don't know. I'm gonna equate Jalen Brunson to the famous Queens rapper Noriega, right? And I'm gonna say it in this sense, right? Noriega as a rapper was Capone Noriega CNN. bro. Body in the Trunk, classic hip hop. You know, Super Thug, whatever it is you want to go with, right? Noriega, right?
Absolutely.
But Noriega's ceiling is not what. Noriega's ceiling is Drink Champs, Revolt TV, interviews, celebrity status, GOAT status, all that stuff. At his apex, Noriega is all those things put together and is a megastar in hip hop. Not because he performs, not because he puts out albums, but because of his status, his stature, right? Kind of like Mav Halfa, kind of like Joe Buttons. Not because they putting out, but because of everything all encompassing puts them in celebrity status, right? Right. But what I'm asking AD is, do I let Noriega and Mav Halfa and Joe Button continue to build their profile, or do I just go out and trade for Taylor Swift right now?
No.
That's what I'm asking you. And I'm sorry about the weird analogy.
I stay with the Buttons and Nori because you can win. It's proven that you could win.
Right, but But my thing is, what do you do to support the Joe Button and Noriega in this scenario? Do you sit back and do nothing? Because that can't be what it is. Because if that's the case, Mr. AD, then you hypocritical and you double talking. Because twice, when given an opportunity to go out and get somebody, you said it for Drew Holiday and for whoever, right?
Yeah, I add to it, Freezie. You see what I'm saying? I just don't sit around and not do anything, or a piece here and a piece there, and let's keep waiting. I've always been on the side that, you know what? Let's not keep waiting. Let's go out there and make that Taylor Swift in your analogy.
So don't be Jodeci. Don't be Jodeci. I'm still waiting. No, don't be that.
No, let's not be Jodeci.
Okay.
You know, let's not in that sense. No, but they don't have an aggressive tone to their strategy. So maybe Garcon or whatever that is.
Garcon.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's the aggressive person in this mix.
Okay.
You know, maybe you're not missing the Drew Holidays in the future, and you're not missing the Embiids in the world, or you're finally gonna make that maneuver.
Right.
But anyway, Freezie, I gotta run. We have to cut it because I do have to. I'm sorry, but let's finish up the train of thought, though.
Yeah. Man, it's almost 1:00, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
My Quentin Grimes is on the way, bro. It might get cold.
Your sandwich?
Yeah, I got me a number 6 in Arizona.
It could get cold.
Yeah. So ultimately, we will have to finish this at another time. Maybe we can finish it up on the Knicks at Night podcast or the Knicks Morning Drive or one of those things. But my thing is I think we're in that situation where if we don't use these assets, I think they're gonna rot on the vine. You know how you buy too many vegetables and then you look in there and you gotta throw them away. You know
you
what I'm saying?
have to. I just don't. Maybe it just speaks to my nature. You understand what I'm saying? Not just me being a Knicks fan, but I can't see me just sitting around there and just not closing the door on one of these situations that puts me squarely with everybody else. Because I presently constituted. I don't think that we're that. The stories I've read.
So we got to do something.
But like I said, am I making a Drew Holiday with Mitch Robinson in that every day of the week? There's no way in hell Mitch Robinson stops me from making a Drew Holiday trade. Sorry.
Because we need another 6'4" combo guard.
I'd rather have him than a 7'1" man who can't average double digits, who's useless in the post. I'm sorry. He's not that nice.
I got you. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us. We're going to get out of here. The Jets play tonight at 8:00, right?
8:30. Gang Green, baby.
Yeah.
We still believe. We still believe.
We still believe. Aaron Rodgers will be back in 3 weeks.
Aaron
Rodgers will be back in 3 weeks. They say he out of a walking boot. Jets fans like Aaron Rodgers is suit. He out of walking boot already. Half the time.
You're
man,
so
relax.
wrong, Freezie.
Relax.
You're such a hater. All right. Look for you in the whirl with coffee.
Peace, everybody. We are out of here. Yeah. Look out your window. Knicks fans is on your block. Y'all know the Knicks run the city. Pull them shades back. Look out your window. Look down there on the block. That's Knicks fans right there. It's about that time. It's about that time of the week where you get ready for your work week with a man that is so smooth he does not require a chaser. Your main man